The Vedic mantra is derived from the root man, to think, and the syllable tra, meaning that which guides and protects. So the Vedic mantra means that which guides and protects the mind. Zarathustra declares his mantra to be the greatest of all truths, Yasna 28.5. Because it emanates from truth, that is, from Ahura Mazda himself, and is to be spread among mankind through his sovereignty, Yasna 28.7, 44.17. Zarathustra's definition of the mantra makes it a world mantra, to be acted upon by every man in his daily life, Yasna 31.6, 45.3, and 5. Zarathustra describes himself as a mantran, a preacher of the mantra, Yasna 50.5. This word is found in Senga, or sacred teachings. No wonder the older generation of Zoroastrians describe their religious books as mantravani, the food of the mantra. As one would expect, the mantra is related to perfection and immortality, who dwell in the dazzling light of Ahura Mazda's wisdom. Yasna 33.9. The worshippers of falsehood, however, compose their own evil incantations to persuade others to join them in delivering the home, the town, the province, and the country to strife and destruction. Yasna 31.18. In preaching his conception of the world mantra, Zarathustra makes use of the two pre-Gothic symbols familiar to both the initiate and the learned in his audience, as well as to the herdsmen. These symbols are Varasheta, the resplendent sun, and Atashkara, the glorious fire. Sun. In the Gathas, the sun is a symbol of truth and wisdom. Ahura Mazda is the close companion of the sun of truth. Yasna 32.2. While those who follow the truth are behold to the sun of wisdom, Yasna 50.2, the light of the sun is precious in the eyes of the good mind. Yasna 50.10, while the glittering dawning of the days exists for Ahura Mazda's praise and adoration through truth, Yasna 46.3, these bright sunrisings also herald the coming of the saviors of the lands, the Sayoshants, who are destined to be the destroyers of wrath, Yasna 48.12. Fire, Atar, or fire, plays a key role in the Gathas, even as Agni, fire, does in the Vedas. Atar represents the fire of thought, both Ahura Mazda and in the mind of man. Zarathustra appeals to all men to live in harmony with truth, and then explains what he means. O Ahura, you offer that harmony to each of these two contenders by means of your hidden fire and truth. In keeping with your decrees, O Mazda, with your very own mouth and tongue, proclaim this to us for our enlightenment. Yasna 31.3. He further adds, therefore, O Ahura, we long for your fire mighty through truth. This enduring flame is offered to the true believer for his support, but the destruction of loving this raging flame will scorch him with just turn of the hand. Yasna 34.4. In other words, the lie is burnt up by the truth. Moreover, Zarathustra associates fire of the thought in the mind of man in a verse incorporated in the prayers which accompany the daily ritual of tying and untying the sacred thread of the Kushti. Worn around the waist by all devout Zoroastrians, Zarathustra asserts, O Mazda, Whom have you appointed as a protector over me? When the follower of the lie threatens me of violence, who other than you, than your fire and your mind, whose actions the truth is fulfilled? O Ahura, Yasna 46.7. Zarathustra goes even further by associating fire with Spenta Manu, the spirit of benediction. O Ahura Mazda, you distribute their just dues to the two contenders through your spirit of benediction and your fire. This shall indeed convert the many who are seekers sustained by devotion and truth. Yasna 46.6. Physical fire, therefore, becomes an emblem of the divine once it has been consecrated. Hence, the fire in the Zoroastrian temples burns night and day. No Zoroastrian ceremony can be performed without the presence of fire, even if it be but a tiny lighted wick devo floating in a glass of oil. For fire is the witness to the truth. In the Vedic ceremonies also, fire is witness to Agni. Shakti is always present, Maga. Besides fire and the sun, another key concept in the Gathas is Maga, or the sacramental gift exchange. The word Maga has undergone many different interpretations ever since the Gathas have been studied critically. Today, scholars feel the Magga signifies a sacrament, especially a sacramental gift exchange between man and Hara Mazda. The word occurs for the first time in Yasna 29:11 after Ga Shava is reconciled to Zarathustra as her deliverer. He appeals to everyone to accept the new teaching offered by Hara Mazda as a sacramental duty, for this teaching will bring man enlightenment. We next come across the word Magga in the controversial verse Yasna 44.18. Zarathustra offers all his worldly wealth consisting of 10 mares, a stallion, and a camel. In exchange for perfection and immortality, Zarathustra is poor. He confesses he owns very few animals, and his followers are few. Yasna 46.2. Yet in utter sincerity he makes the offering, realizing that Hara Mazda out of his bounty will bless him with the unsurpassed gifts of perfection and immortality.